Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So I hope you are hanging tight with this whole COVID-19 coronavirus, the constant play-by-play of how they're changing the policies on it and how to keep us most protected and safe. It is very difficult. My district decided to just fully close down, though they are providing lunch and breakfast for students in need, which I appreciate, but they just simply drive by the front of the school and they just hand them a lunch bag, right, with gloves and masks. So everybody's being so careful. And on Jules Blessed Vegan, because we recognize that it's also Lent, which is the holiest time of year, where we see that Jesus literally laid everything at the foot of the cross to give us a chance at salvation, and that we can lay all our cares at the foot of the cross. And those cares are varying per person, right? Because some people, they don't know where anything's going to come from. Where's money going to come from? Where's food going to come from? Luckily, most works are shut down because otherwise they wouldn't even know how to do childcare. If they have children, they should not be arranging play dates. The whole objective is that we keep social distancing, right? That we actually save a space between us. And some of the cities in California are taking out a couple of extra tables, and they still want their restaurants going. I think that'll be very temporary because mostly the restaurants are closed except for pickup and delivery. The movie theaters are closed. All performing arts, of course, are closed. Anything that isn't absolutely necessary is absolutely closed. And I'm just trying to trust the process. But I kind of have I don't know, my stomach feels stressed because it's like, oh my goodness, as much as I trust God, what is the deal? I trust God more than humans. And I think the humans are doing okay, but it is super scary. It's super scary. So I'm praying for everybody. But in Jules Blessed Vegan, of course, with this being a holy time, we are doing random acts of kindness, which we can simply offer up. Many of these things was to actively do something for a human, but we are not going to be able to do that with so many things closing and trying to keep that social distance. So some of this may have to be prayer, and certainly things for ourselves. And believe me, I know that prayer exceeds all boundaries, so I am happy for that. But today it was supposed to be to check on an elderly person in your life. So to literally show up or to give a call and just make sure that they're handled, and if they are handled, to let them know that you care about them and you're thinking of them. And I certainly had the opportunity to do that. And I was happy. It put me at ease and knowing that they had what they needed, and it made them feel loved and cared for in a time where it's very scary because people want to isolate more than ever, and even being required to isolate. So at this time, my school is closed, so I will absolutely be home, and we're going to have to see how that goes. And I did not buy enough things for my family, and the stores are still crazy, but we might do a 3 a.m. run or something. The thing is, we had 24-hour stores around here, but they're closed now because supposedly they're cleaning the aisles and things at night. Whether they are or not, I do not know, but it's getting a little harder, right? I have all my safety measures in place, from my sprouts that I'm making to frozen fruit and vegetables, which if I time them right, I can easily dehydrate and make soups and everything. So I feel like I'm handled, but I have to make sure that my family is handled. And largely they still do the standard American diet. So that said, today's goal was elderly, and tomorrow, which is Tuesday, is to do something for yourself that makes you feel good, like visually. So it may be something where you are going to put on a little lipstick when you're just home with the kids. Like, what's the point? Except for that lipstick makes you happy. Like, lipstick makes me so happy. It's just bright, and it just makes me feel a little more dressed up if I do nothing else, and I obviously do nothing else. But my lipstick makes me feel better. If you're a person who's thinking, why bother? I'll just stay in pajamas all day. Get dressed. Get dressed out of respect for yourself. If you're somebody who is still wearing pajamas to Walmart, might you actually put on a pair of pants? I mean, step it up for you. Saying, you know what, I get that things are shut down. I get that we are homebound, but you're worth blow drying your bangs. You're worth putting on a little lipstick. You're worth putting on a nice bright top with a beautiful color that just makes you feel good. Sometimes it's small things like that that remind us that we're worth caring for, that things will be okay again in time. And I think it's a worthy endeavor. So what can you do, non-caloric, that makes you feel good about yourself? Just something that you've let slide because you just thought, what the heck, why bother? Do bother, because you're worth it, and because it easily changes the perception of what's going on around us, and it's free. One special thing for you. I did a couple of things. I got my hair trimmed, I got my eyebrows done, I had already done those in the last 2 days. I cleaned out my drawers. I was so happy to do that. I rearranged my shelves to make them accessible. Just one thing at a time. Today we took Mercy and got her stitches out of her tummy. And that was a tremendous blessing for her and for us, because now she got to take off her hood. She got to take off her cute tie-dye shirt, and it was very cute, but she was done with that. And now she's, playing with the other dogs, and she's so happy, and that was a mutual blessing. So what can you do? I'd love to know in the comments below what you're choosing to step up life despite your circumstances for you. All right, that's the goal. As always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Know that I'm praying for you always, but in particular at this time. And let me know if there's any deliberate prayers you need. I'm available, JulesBlessedVegan on Yahoo, JulesBlessedVegan at Gmail, JulesBlessedVegan everywhere. Instagram, everywhere. JulesBlessedVegan, Gmail, I'm your guide. Or, of course, in the comments below. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you are blessed.